Good day, everyone, and welcome to the midweek market update. So, guys, on this session, we're going to be taking a look at the pairs that we are going to be focusing on for the day and possibly throughout the week. So, let us get into it. Now, the first pair that we're going to be looking at is going to be what? The Canadian dollar over the Japanese yen. So, guys, with this pair, we're going to be starting to the higher time frame and then working our way all the way to the downside. So I'll just erase everything and we'll start afresh. So this one on the higher time frame, what do we see? We see price giving us what this heavy impulsive movement down, following through to what this sideways corrective structure that is in a form of what of a continuation pattern. We can see clearly using what our overall trend lines, as you can see. So we do see price breaking out and then starting to drop to the downside. So this is having what the higher probability of continuing to drop all the way to the downside up until the 90% roll. And now as we're moving on to our mid-time frame. So on the mid-time frame, what can you see over here? So on this one, we do see price dropping from what this impulsive movement and then giving us what this small corrective structure that is in a form of a what of a continuation pattern, as you can see over here. So overall, this is indicating that it is having what a higher probability of dropping all the way to the downside. So now as we're dropping onto our lower time frame in terms of our entry, what are we looking for in order for us to execute our trade? So first, let us make sure that the structure is looking neat and clean. So let us adjust our trend lines a bit. So as you can see now, our structure is looking a lot more cleaner. So in the lower time frame, we do have what this impulsive movement following through with this sideways corrective structure that we can identify using what our trend line. So we do see that this is what a possible continuation structure. So how are we looking to execute the trade on this one? So we're looking to enter on the breakout and then place what our stop loss above and then our take profit all the way to the downside. So this is how we are looking at what at the Canadian dollar over the Japanese yen. So that is it on this pair. So now for our next pair, which is going to be the Great British Pound over the Swiss franc. So this one also, we'll just remove everything and then start on the higher time frame. So on the higher time frame, this is what we can see. So price is giving us what this impulsive movement following that this sideways corrective structure that we can identify as being what a continuation pattern to the downside. So you do see price breaking out, forming a retest and then starting to drop all the way to the downside. So this is having what some more room to continue to drop up until this low over there. So now as we're moving on to our daily time frame, our mid-time frame. So in the mid-time frame, we do see price giving us what this impulsive movement, and this is what our sideways corrective structure. So this is having what the higher probability of dropping all the way to the downside. So now as we're coming on to our low time frame in terms of executing our entry, what are we looking for? So all that you're looking for is an impulsive movement down and then not a simple corrective structure like this that is in the form of a what of a continuation pattern that we can use to do to execute our entry on the breakout and then place what our stop loss above the pattern and then our take profit all the way to the downside. So this is how we're looking at like the Great British Pound over the Swiss franc. And then finally, guys, I'm going to be giving you an update on the progress of what the US dollar over the Canadian dollar. So this one, guys, the higher time frame structure is still pretty much the same from the Monday session, as this is our impulsive movement, sideways corrective structure, price broke out, higher probability of dropping up until the downside. And then coming on to our daily time frame. Daily time frame, this is our impulsive movement, sideways corrective structure, price broke out, higher probability of dropping up until the lows. And then on the low time frame, so I'll show you the entries that I executed. So in terms of my entries, This was my first entry that I entered on the breakout price drop down and moved stop loss to break even, and then give me another corrective structure, which I placed with the second entry on this one. So this is also running in some small profits. So I'm holding to see this trade whether it will continue to drop all the way to the downside. So for this week, throughout this week, I'm just mainly focused on what on these three pairs. Now we'll continue to give you guys an update on the progress of these pairs, whether price continues to drop and hit my take profit, or whether it'll stop me out for a break even. I will continue to update you on those pairs. For now, guys, this is the end of the session, guys. Take care, and I'll see you next time.